couple of subjects today. One of them's fairly short and then the other one's a little bit longer. The first subject is instructors in your gym teaching private lessons, teaching one-on-ones. You run a business, you need to make money. I know I've caught myself, pretty much just my instructors when I first opened the gym. Yeah, if you can do some one-on-ones, 50, 60 bucks an hour, go for it. Teach as many as you want. But then I got to thinking, as we struggled at the beginning, I need to make some money. This is a business. They're using my facility. Here's exactly how you do private lessons in your gym. They all come through you. They all come through whoever's answering your phones, whoever's answering your emails. Anybody in your gym that wants a private knows to go to one person and one person only, and that person schedules them. You have a list of instructors who want to do privates. You charge one specific price. Say it's, whatever, $60 an hour. You've got your instructors lined up, and you'll give them, whatever, $25 or $30 an hour. So the gym's making money from it. They're making some money. If you have a student that just absolutely has to have a certain instructor, that's fine, but it still works the same way. They're paying you, and you pay the instructor. Think of, some gyms have a lot of people doing a lot of privates. Think about that. This could be an extra, whatever, $400 or $500 a month if you have enough of them doing it. And then, of course, you can advertise and push the private since you're also making money from it. I guess when it's just your instructors making all the money, you're not that big in mentioning it at the end of classes and all that kind of stuff. But you'll find, especially as tests are coming up, people need, they need a little bit of work. They'll seek out private lessons. You can certainly have packages if they pay for 5 or 6 up front. It's cheaper or whatever, however you want to do that. But it absolutely has to come through you. You take your cut and you assign to your instructors those privates. You don't let them just have a key to the place, have their own privates, and they're making all kinds of money using your facility. Again, we try to figure out a way we can keep that facility making money all day long, not just for a few hours in the evenings. The next big subject is websites, and I've talked a lot on websites. When you first join, I send you all the getting started and the how to run a business emails, and they have a lot to do with your website. Websites are important. That's basically how everybody's finding you now. They don't go to the yellow pages. They're looking at websites. Most of my affiliates have taken the stuff I've said to heart about their websites. They're really looking good. If you want to see a few of them how it should be done, go to the Jacksonville affiliates, the Fort Myer affiliate, the Chicago, Illinois affiliate, and there's several others. People have really taken to heart what we're talking about. The website has one purpose only, to get people in for an intro. Period. That is your whole reason to have a website, to get people in for an intro. When they're in there for that intro, you shine, you show them a class, you blow them away. But to get them in the door, this is what our website's about. That home page, they want to know what it's going to do for them. They could care less who trained you, how long you've trained, all the degrees, all the black belts you have. They really could care less. They want to know what it's going to do for them. Hence the wording, lose weight, get into awesome shape, learn to protect you and your family as you're getting in shape. This is kind of our selling point. Anybody can join a $19 a month gym and walk on a treadmill. What are they learning? We are going again after the same market that Gold's Gym, LA Fitness, and all those are going after. We charge a lot more, so we have to offer a lot more. We're offering them, what's it worth? If you knew you were going to be attacked in the next year, or someone was going to try to harm your family in the next year, what would our lessons be worth then? They'd be worth freaking tons of money if someone knew that was coming. How do you know it's not going to happen? So yes, we're getting people ready for this. It's that same thing. You don't need to be even really telling how great Krav is for the Israelis and how it was developed and it's killer, it's all this. People want to lose weight. If you ask again 1,000 people in your community who wants to learn to get out of a choke, maybe 50 of them raise their hand. If you ask that same 1,000 who wants to lose 10 pounds, 950 of them raise their hand. Absolutely on that home page is what it can do for them. They'll lose weight, they'll get into awesome shape, they'll learn things that can save their butts and their families. And it's the workout that can save your life. Come to get into shape, leave safer. Use all these catchphrases. But absolutely, tell them what it's going to do for them. Have a testimonial or two on the home page. We're going to have a whole page of testimonials somewhere else on the site, but on that home page, a couple of testimonials. How it helped somebody lose weight, how it helped them to get into shape, get more self-confidence, all that kind of stuff. This is what people are looking for, hence this is what we better have on that home page. Also on that homepage, pics. You don't want people in uniforms, you don't want pictures of kids, you don't want pictures of people hitting other people or kicking somebody in the groin. And these are all things I've had in the past, and you learn the hard way. Fitness models. Fitness models. We've got stock pictures that our affiliates can take off the site of Terry. Women want to look like that, and men want to go there if she's there. So we absolutely want to push the fitness, have fitness models on it. Fitness models with boxing gloves even, you know, fitness models. We don't necessarily, again, absolutely don't want people smacking each other. In our eyes, that's what we're looking for. Ah, cool, man. You're not going to get many women to give you a call if you got people kicking people in the groin on your front page. If you got kids, then you look like a kids gym that also has a Krav program. Now we want to look like a Krav gym. If you have a kids program, which most of us do, have an entirely different website. An entirely different website. It doesn't cost that much, and it gets you customers, hence pays for itself in the long run. We absolutely want a Krav Maga serious self-defense and workout looking website. Not a bunch of pictures of kids, and here's our kids karate, and here's our tiny tigers, and oh yeah, here's our Krav Maga. Absolutely have different websites for that. Prices, never. Most CrossFit sites, if you go look, they got their prices right there on their website. This is dumb. The only price you have on your website is the $19 intro class t-shirt, $19. That is it. That is it. If people look at a price, what are they comparing that to? It's like, oh, that's too much. I can't afford that. I'm not calling them. They don't have a clue what you're going to do for them, what they're going to get out of it, how fun the class is. They have to see what you're doing so that you can build value before you can ever mention a price. And again, same thing on the phone. We never mention a price on the phone, and we know this. Even if they're real picky and I need to know that price, give them a ballpark, a big ballpark. If they're picky and they're either a competitor or well, probably they're a competitor. They just want to know your darn prices. Or they're the type of person, they're not going to sign anyhow if they're that darn hung up on they got to know right now on this phone call what the price is. So absolutely, go back to the intro. As soon as somebody asks how much you charge, that's all they really know what to ask. They don't know what else to ask. We almost always have mentioned the intro price, and they almost never get back to asking what they originally want to know because you're talking about the intro and how fun it is and what they're going to get out of it and all that good stuff. Your wording, your fitness and self-defense, you're not fighting. Don't put the word fighting on there. Yes, we are fighting gyms. We're going to teach people awesome sparring. Some of us even have MMA programs. Hide that on another tab somewhere. You don't want the word fighting. Hey, we're going to teach you how to fight. Again, we dig that. We're going to jump into that. How many of us are out there? Not very darn many. We're going after the people that we're going to join Gold's Gym and LA Fitness. The women. They see that word fighting. They don't want to do that. They're not coming. They're not going to call you. So absolutely, we don't need that word fighting on our homepage. Probably not on the whole website. Again, have a couple of testimonials, people that have lost weight and all that good stuff. Tabs. You know, that was all the homepage. Again, pretty much what can it do for them? Show a fitness model. Maybe the intro price. Absolutely, you want the intro price so they can even click on it. Some of us even have web signups. They can just fill out a form for the intro. Fantastic if you want to do that, but you don't just let them fill out the form and hope they show up. On that form is a phone number. You absolutely give them a call. You give them a call pretty much as soon as you get that email to tell them, hey, good to have you. This is going to be fun. Here's what you need to bring. You call them the day before to remind them that they have that intro the next day. You'll have a lot of no-shows if you just let them fill out that form and you never contact them hoping they show up that day. Don't do that. Customer service right off the bat. We start calling them, get them in with the Facebook group and all that good stuff before they've even showed up for an intro. Tabs, we got a class description. Don't be real descriptive in your class description. It's a fun workout as you're going to be learning a self-defense skill. You don't need to say, we do a 5-minute warm-up and then 10 to 20 minutes of combatives and then 10 to 20 minutes of a Krav Maga technique. People can start thinking they know what you're doing if they read that, and they're like, yeah, that doesn't sound like something I want to do, that doesn't sound fun. You don't need to be super descriptive and tell them, every little thing that we're doing and the order we do them in and none of that stuff. That's not important. And again, they'll think that they know what it is, and now I don't need to call because that doesn't sound like anything I want to do. They need to get in for your intro and for your class, be blown away by it, and then you can sign them. History, that's always cool. Put it in there somewhere. Kind of like what we talk about in the intro when we do the history talk. Who developed it, what it was developed for, why it's good for you, small woman, why it's good for you, unathletic guy, why it's good for you, stud. It just, it's the history of it, but it's also selling. A whole page of testimonials, as many freaking testimonials as you can get. When they start reading, oh my gosh, look at these 50 people, they all love it. It makes us look that much better. They're going to come in and try it. All these people saying how I've lost weight. You know, we've had several people lose up to 80 and 90 pounds in our gyms. This looks good on a testimonial page. Location, they got to find the place. Matter of fact, when you do that call the day before to make sure they're showing up for their intro, you absolutely make sure they know how to get there. You give them directions and all that good stuff. You tell about the intro, or you got the intro on there. Again, it can just, you know, call and schedule your intro, or you can even have a sign up on that on an online page. And a charity. Not because that makes us look good, which it does, but it's also the right thing to do. We absolutely support a couple of charities, and let them know that when they get on your site. Automatically they're starting to see, hey, these are good people, they're family oriented, they care about other people. And that's, again, not the only reason we're doing it. Yeah, that does look good, but man, most of my competitors don't have such a thing. They don't have any charity that are helping or anything like that. They just look like